Hey everyone, Andrew back for another Barista Basics video. I hope that you guys are doing well. As you can tell from today's title, we are going to be discussing what I've decided to call espresso shooters. But basically, these are just really quick and easy, pretty simple as well, espresso beverages that are meant to be consumed rather quickly, hence the term shooters. You know, usually this is prepared using a single or a doppio, 1 or 2 shots, and you just shoot it, down it real quick, and get yourself some quick caffeine. So, yeah, that's what I mean when I say espresso shooters, to clarify that if, that caused any confusion. So now I can get into some of the more common ones that I've seen, and then some of the less common ones that I think are pretty interesting. So the first one that I will discuss will be the espresso con panna, which is a pretty common one. This is simply just espresso topped with whipped cream. Very simple, very easy. It's literally just those 2 ingredients. And as you can imagine, it's pretty tasty because the whipped cream is not only sweet, but it's also creamy. So it adds, it's almost sort of like, I guess you could kind of compare it to a latte almost, in a way. Because it imparts the same kind of feeling. Obviously there's no steamed milk or anything in it, but the whipped cream adds the creaminess that, any sort of milk would add. And the sweetness adds sweetness that you would get in a latte as well. So this one is pretty easy, pretty simple, very straightforward. Literally anybody can make any of these, but this one is especially easy. Moving on to another one that, yeah, I'd say this one's more uncommon, but I'd say more common than the ones I'm about to say later. This one is called the undertow. So essentially, it is a layered espresso drink. So essentially how you make it is you want to steam some sort of milk. Usually people seem to do half and half, but I've had customers do it with regular milk, or I even had one customer in South Carolina do it with coconut milk. But you can use any kind of milk, you steam it, you pour a little bit on the bottom of your cup, then you add in typically vanilla syrup, but you could add in any syrup if you'd like, or omit it. And then this is the part that makes it interesting and what differentiates it from, any sort of other espresso drink, is that you have to pour the espresso over a spoon flipped upside down, so that it will literally rest on top of the syrup and steamed milk instead of, falling and mixing with it. And that is what makes the undertow so special, is this really sort of annoying to do, admittedly, process of, pouring the espresso over the spoon, making sure that it looks like it has layers in it. And it's pretty good too. This one I've actually had as well, and I can vouch for it. I quite like it. And again, these are all very handy if you're looking for just quick energy. You don't want to commit to a whole drink that's going to take you an hour to finish. You can just shoot it, and we're good to go. Moving past that, I'm going to discuss one that I actually had not heard of until literally I think it was a week ago, maybe even less. And I'm not even sure if this is something that's like recognized or like, well known amongst baristas or, coffee professionals, whatever. Or if somebody just made it up at the store that I work at. But it's called the lightning bolt, and it is steamed lemonade with espresso in it, typically 2 shots. And it certainly is interesting, let me tell you. You think that they wouldn't really mix, but for some reason, I was the only one out of my coworkers when we made it that actually liked it, which is weird because the aftertaste kind of tastes like an ashtray. I'm not selling this drink at all. It certainly is not for everybody, I will say. And I don't know why I was so fond of it, but... Oh, the birds. I don't know why I was so fond of it, but I really quite liked it. I didn't hate it. I would get it again, which you can take from that what you'd like. But it's called the Lightning Bolt, and it's steamed lemonade with shots of espresso in it. Every time I say it, I'm like, this sounds so nasty. But coming from somebody who likes his stuff coming from somebody who likes his stuff super crazy sweet, and I managed to enjoy it, I think it would at least be worth giving a try. Moving on to some even less common ones, these ones actually I looked up because I wanted to provide some more information in this video just besides 3 drinks. So I didn't even know that these existed. But they seem common in other countries, specifically European countries, more specifically Italy. But I haven't really seen these in America. But yeah, you can take from that what you'd like. But the first one is Romano Espresso, which is essentially, my mom's waving at me, which is essentially espresso with a twist of lemon. Like you literally take a lemon rind, like a slice of lemon, and you carve out the actual pulp part, and then you twist the rind, and that's what it's served with. And sometimes it also has a couple drops of lemon juice on it. This one I haven't actually personally had, but I mean, it doesn't sound that bad. It sounds pretty fancy anyways. A nice lemon rind twist sounds pretty cool. And then moving on to the last drink, which I thought was also pretty interesting, is the Cafe Corretto, which it's also called just Espresso Corretto. But this is essentially shots of espresso with some sort of liqueur on top. Usually it is topped with grappa, which I found out is like an Italian sort of brandy, but it could also be topped just with regular brandy, or sambuca as well is pretty common for that one. And this one I also have not had, but it sounds pretty good. I mean, you know, if it has alcohol in it, I'll try it. Yeah. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys learned something interesting, learned something new, maybe something useful if you'd like to try any of these espresso beverages. If I had to give one recommendation, honestly, the espresso con panna is just like a classic, and it's very, very easy to do. If you're looking for something a bit more adventurous, I'd go for the lightning bolt. But again, kind of tastes like an ashtray, so definitely not for everybody. But yeah, those would be my recommendations. And yeah, again, I thank you guys for checking the video out. I hope that you were staying safe, sane, healthy, entertained, and motivated. If you're protesting, I hope you're staying extra, extra, super duper safe. Please be extra safe, and always make sure to have an emergency contact or 2 on standby, somebody you trust, somebody close by that can, you know, pick you up in a pinch if something goes wrong. And be sure to vote. Be sure to vote by November 3rd. Very important. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. So again, thank you so much for checking the video out, and I will hopefully see you guys next week for another Barista Basics video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.